Okay, following on from the previous time that I played DTM Experience, I felt the cars were a little bit floppy and glidey, and I think a lot of that was from the feeling. So I went through the force feedback settings and some of the car settings to dial it in and make it feel a bit more responsive. So in this video I'm just going to go over those settings very quickly. It's not drastic, it's just little tweaks. The first one being putting the brake pressure to 100% so that it's actually possible to lock the brakes up, or a lot easier to lock the brakes up, which means you can... the brake's just going to be more responsive. Now, if you're not very good with your brake foot, that might not be an advantage to you, but I found that made the brakes feel a lot better. For the force feedback, no, I don't want to quit the race. I want to this interface is awful, but they're in the process of changing it, so it's not the end of the world. For the force feedback, I've set vibration off, force feedback on, force feedback effects on full. You don't need it on full, I just like it feeling nice and meaty. Force feedback strength 100%. I might turn that down actually a little bit because I think I had it on a bit too high. But any 80 to 100%. It depends. If you like really strong, rugged feeling force feedback like I do, then you'll want it on a high setting. If you like a lot looser steering wheel, especially if you're trying to do alien laps, you might want to turn the strength down. But for pure enjoyment factor and having the car feel a bit weighty, especially with the G25, which isn't the most powerful of wheels, I found 80 to 100% was really nice. All the other settings are pretty much on default. The main one was just setting it to full and upping the force feedback strength. Now, a lot of that's going to be down to subjective preference, and without extensive testing, you're not going to know what the objectively best force feedback is in terms of giving you the most accurate information through steering wheel. So this is just for personal preference of enjoyment, for me at least, and it might work well for you, it might not. But there you go. With those settings, fairly simple, and it made the car feel a lot more responsive, a lot heavier, and a lot less floaty just by having the force feedback be more responsive. Now, another reason why I've loaded this up now is specifically to try the DTM Experience version of this track. Now, of course, this track's in Assetto Corsa as well, so it's just interesting to compare a laser scan version with a non-laser scan version, and just to see how it is in different games, really. Now, personally, I do like laser scan tracks, and I think, whoa, okay, it's a different layout. I do like laser scan tracks. Of course, DTM uses crazy layouts of the tracks for the DTM. I do like laser scan tracks, but it's not the end of the world to me if a game does not use a laser scan, so long as the mesh, the final mesh that ends up being built for the game, has the detail in it and generally reflects the real world track. That's all that's important. But it's a case generally with, if you do have a laser scan track, that all the details will be there, especially little subtle cambers and stuff that tends to get missed from non-laser scan version of tracks. But given the version of this, or the actual layout that the DTM uses, it looks like we're not going to be able to make much of a comparison, because the track is cut off. Oh, okay, we're going straight to qualifying. But the force feedback settings and the brake, just setting the brake there. Oh, also, one other setting I changed is the where is it? The steering lock, which affects the sensitivity of your steering wheel input, or the sensitivity of the steering rack, which also affects the force feedback feel in a lot of driving simulators, and also affects the amount of rotation. So where was that? It's all a bit of a maze. There we go. Steering lock, I've set it on 17. Anything between 15 and 18 is going to be absolutely fine, to be honest. It's those kind of settings where I think you'll do, if you do a good half-hour session in the game, you start tweaking them and you'll get something that's exactly as you like it. But at least with the force feedback set on the highest setting, I found it a lot easier to feel the car out when powering out of a corner, or when in a slide and balancing the car on the limit more effectively. The cockpits are really nice. It's we go straight to race. with some other people. So this should be interesting. Put the settings to the test. I really like the animated pit crews and the side details in this though. That's not how you start a DTM race. It's terrible. Should have counter steered the spin a bit more. Let's just stick up the inside, nice and safe. I like the bass sound when you go over the rumble strip. Oh, I just lost it into me. Oh well, it's not the end of the world. I do like how these cars handle as you're powering through a corner. It does have a little bit of a game stock car feel to the powering out and then counter steering that powering out. This is going to be interesting. It's kind of legal, I guess. I had 2 wheels on the track. I wonder if the game thinks I cut that. It was nice of him not to drive into me though. For me, I generally find it takes about 2.5, 3 hours of doing a track to get comfortable with it. I'm a really slow learner, especially at hitting break points and then getting on the limit consistently. Don't know why I'm such a slow learner. Special needs, probably. I think the first place guy just lost it there. I like the little cameraman on the corner, it's cool. I really like just having little side details. I mean, oh god, I forgot. I was in my own little dreamland there, thinking I was driving the full track. I'm still in first place, luckily. Yeah, the little side details they're not needed, but it just draws you in and makes it more entertaining. It's like the cameramen in RBR running on the track. They're really annoying at times, but they just give you another distraction for your brain to be diverted from the fact that you're playing a game and not doing something in real life. And the more your brain gets occupied with little bits and bobs, the more believable things can feel. Well, that's what I think anyway. Probably a load of nonsense. This is really good fun though. The grandstand looks really nice. Really nice 3D model. I think the breakpoint's basically on this bit of tarmac change. Would make sense to have to resurface it from everyone braking there. Remember, it's the short track, not the long one. Right, where's the brake point for this? Oh no, I've missed it again. It's really hard to see the corner because it's on the slope. Just need to actually learn where the brake point is, and then you can just hit it every time without thinking about it. Oh nice, the guy's pulling up the inside of me. I can't actually see him though. Oh, he's there. I think he's behind me rather than next to me. I have to stay on the inside. This really does feel like GTR Evolution. But that's not a bad thing. I do like a lot of aspects of GTR Evolution. There's a lot of stability and sort of weighty sturdiness to the cars. Oh, I can't see him. I'll just stay wide. This is where you need a Rift or Track IR or 3 screens so you can see when people are next to you. This is really good racing though, proper side-by-side stuff. Cameraman's getting there, getting his selection of photos. One advantage of being in second place is you can learn the break points from the guy in front of you. I've actually found that a really fast way to learn tracks. When I used to play R-Factor 2 a lot more, when it was more active online, just following someone that knows the track really well can get you through and up to pace really quickly. Same with iRacing. Learnt Laguna Seca and Lime Rock Park really fast just by following people and seeing the little tricks and like throwing the car in. And when you've got something like this in iRacing where you can see in the multiplayer the netcode's good enough for you to see what the guy in front of you is doing with their car, you can see what if they're throwing the car in, if they're knocking it in and stuff, so you can then get the tips and tricks just by watching people. Thought it was me getting a penalty then. Oh that was stupid of me. I mean, he lost it, but I could see that he was losing it, so I should have been really careful there. Unfortunately, damage seems to be off, or set to low at least. It was really dumb of me to not avoid that. Hankook! Car does want to keep going a little bit. 13 minutes left on the clock. It's a bit of an endurance for a pickup race, this. Fortunately, these other guys seem to be reasonably alright to have not be racing on your own. Everyone seems to be miles off the pace though. Catch up with this red dude. Something really, the engine noise in this are really nice and they really draw you in, but they're also quite hypnotic. Oh, that's really cool. There's a little bit of smoke on the close to the ground from the tyre smoke from the guy in front, but it really lingers, which is really nice. It's just another little touch. I think that's the thing with Simbin, is that they always... it's attention to detail and just little bits of polish. They do really well. Why is he slowing down for? Oh, that's a shame. Maybe he just wants someone to race. These cars do tend to want to slide out wide on the corners on the power, but not in an annoying way. It's quite satisfying. The only thing with these cars that seems a bit irritating is the tighter corners, and when it just wants to keep sliding around. But that seems to be a situation that you can avoid anyway, so it's not, doesn't really matter. Oh dear, that was terrible. These curves are really slippy. Hankook! Maybe the break point is the sign. It is. If you brake just on the shadow of the Hankook sign, it seems about right. That's what it was put there for. Also noticed they got rid of all these stupid massive corner markers that looked absolutely terrible, which might have helped new drivers learn the layout a bit, but really I just think it was garbage. So it's nice that they put the option in to remove them. I think they alienated a lot of the sim market by doing that. But they seemed aware of it. So I think that's the thing with Simbin as well. They really seem to be making a lot of changes to the game now based off feedback. And from what the developers have said, I wouldn't be surprised if they go more in the direction of what you found in games like GTR Evolution and the older simulators that they did, while still trying to accommodate a wider market, because they do need to get the sales, and they do need, you know, they can't just have it to only caters to mental 50-year-old simulator fans. Brake on the shadow. Making a complete dog's dinner of all these corners. I think I'm going to wait up for the other people so I can race with others. I'm 5 seconds in front at the moment. Getting a reasonable hang of the track though, which is nice. With this car at least. Let these guys catch up. I slow this blue guy down so the red guy can catch up. Oh no, I just don't want to stop him. Look how tight the netcode is. He's not moving around at all. He looks... I can try the DRS. Kapow! It's like pod racing. Up his inside. I'm going to keep letting him overtake me and then I can practice. Overtaking him. I'll let him overtake me again. What are these games? Mind games. Oh no, I forgot about that corner again for the 10th time in a row. This is actually a really good thing to do as well. If you've got a friend that you can sim race with, to practice overtaking, you just join a server with them and you just race pretty much full out, but you have the guy in front defend and the guy behind try and pass, and if the guy in front keeps getting farther ahead he slows down a bit, but you just do that over and over and over again, practicing overtaking on different corners of a track, and it's a really good way to get comfortable with driving off the line, balancing the car over the limit, and recovering from when you've made a really aggressive pass. In fact, I'll make a video about that, a separate video, because it's a really good idea if I might say so. Oh no! So when you hit the DRS it sounds like a steam train for some reason. Catch up this guy, brake on the Hankook! Six minutes left. I'm sure I can carry loads more speed through these corners. Got to get the speed on through here. This guy's losing a lot of his time on the first corner, so if I brake just on the tarmac change and exit the corner nice and smooth. Should get him. And I'll let him pass me again. Jay Cook, you are mine. I'm missing shifts, that's why I keep breaking the gearbox when I turn an auto clutch off. G25's baking. Maybe I'll catch him on this lap. Put the pressure on him. Get ready for the DRS, steam train sound effect. Beep. I don't know what that's about. Sounds cool. The models look really awesome the way they move around. Don't know how they've got it. Oh no! It gets stuck into those slides really easily. And then you're in a spin and that's it, you've lost 10 seconds. A lot of it could be me being a bit agricultural on the accelerator. Oh, he's going to beat me if I'm not careful. To smooth up the driving a little bit. Oh, get ready for this steam train. Oh, turbo boost. I bet that feels incredible in the real car when you suddenly push the DRS and get a boost of extra power. Or not extra power, get a reduction in drag. I'm sure it feels a bit like a boost now. We're going to get him on the Hankook corner. Punishment for being James Cook. Okay, he's got a better line through there, so I'm not doing that. Oh, 1 minute left. We can get him on T1. DRS hacks. That's what it's going to come down to. The pressure is palpable in the cockpit. It's all going to be about T1. Lining it up from the DRS. Smooth exit here. Oh, he's got a better exit. He's lining up perfectly. Steam train mode activated on his bumper. He's going to go up the inside. Oh, he drafts right through. And he goes a bit hot into T1 on the brakes. Oh. Oh, he's still on the inside. Oh, GamerMuscle makes a mess of it. Amazing. This is really good fun. Oh, he's gone wide, but I think he'll get away with that. Oh no! He's done me. Should never have let him past in the first place. Oh, it's a horrible last corner. I think that's it. Oh, he goes to the pit wall to rub it in. Throws cheese in my face. Really good fun though. Shame there was only two or three people left in the race, but it shows you the potential really. And with the force feedback settings, the cars feel a lot better, especially with the brakes set to 100%. I'm sure with more advanced car setup settings as well, it'd be really nice. So, DTM Experience, I'm really excited for them to do more updates to it and see it progress even more. Jay Cook, I will get you in the future. I have to add him to my friends list because that was good fun. There you go. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.